and inspire the possible for others who come from humble beginnings as she did. Joining the Army, she says, was a huge boost and set the stage for many gender-shattering roles to come.
And the stuff in G.I. Jane movies is all true. It's all true. When he said girls can't do that, it was all over. It was all over. It was certainly a life-changing formative experience for me.
One that informs much of her leadership today, especially as it pertains to gender and racial equity on and off the field. As the mother of two young black boys, she understands how the power of youth sports and the legacy of the summer games can be transformative and help so many kids live as they play.
Breaks down racial barriers more than governments can do. Teamwork, excellence, respect, joy. It's those elements of, what sports should be. When we take that approach off the field, into our daily work, I just imagine how wonderful this world could be, how wonderful this democracy could be.
Trailblazer, civic leader, and private sector powerhouse, Renata Samarillo. She is today's LA Story. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of LA Stories. I'm Giselle Fernandez, and we are coming to you from the beautiful hilltop home of Renata Samarillo, the president and CEO of the LA 84 Foundation, whose mission it is to make sure every kid, regardless of zip code, financial status, complexion of skin, has access to the transformative power of sports. She says it's a fundamental human right every child should have access to. How great to see you in such a beautiful home. Thank you.
Oh, it's great to see you as well. Great to be with you.
You have talked about this not being just a sports organization that you head up, but a youth development organization. That's how important sports are for kids.
Yes, no, without question. And I was one of those kids that sports really connects kids to their tribe. It connects kids to their education, to school, and it connects them to a coach, a positive adult figure that's really going to help them find their lifelong well-being. And that's whether or not it's on or off the field.
So you really know Los Angeles more than most as a tale of two cities. You live like this. You've obviously done very well in your life, but you come from Carson, third generation Angelino. So you understand the kids you serve really, really well. What don't affluent communities understand about kids and access to sports programs, after school programs?
It's not a bygone conclusion that every kid has access. Public schools are defunding enrichment programs, including sports, middle school sports. After school programs struggle for financing. And when we see the benefits that sports provide and the lack of access and opportunity, it inspires me every day to get up and continue to do more.
This is an incredible legacy left behind by the surplus from the LA 84 Olympic Games. Talk to us about it and how you use that money.
For 36 years, we've been funding direct service grants to organizations in underserved, under-resourced communities to provide low-cost or free access to sport opportunities. We funded 50 different sports, over 2,500 different organizations. We've impacted 3.5 million kids. And we also do infrastructure development. So the LA 84 John Argue Swim Stadium at Expo Center. We have a partnership with the Los Angeles Dodgers on refurbishing baseball and softball fields across LA County, soccer fields. Really trying to fill the gap of opportunity and access and making sure that, as you said, every kid, despite their circumstances, has the opportunity to play.
Especially now during COVID.
Well, we pivoted during COVID-19 crisis. I said the kids that we serve don't have access because they're not in school. They're not able to go to the parks. And so we should do something about that. And we were able to distribute 120,000 pieces of play equipment across 60 sites. And we said, well, now that they have the equipment, can we inspire them to stay active and stay strong during home confinement? And so, we called on our friends at the sports teams, and they responded phenomenally.
I'm going to work on my swing. Hopefully I can give you my best one on swing.
Like Kiki Hernandez,
wiffle ball. And it wasn't just about what you can do in home confinement, but it was really using, these icon athletes that these young kids look up to say, I see you. I know you're having a hard time, but stay active, stay strong, because it is so important to your physical health, but so important also to your mental health. It was really just an inspiring campaign to really inspire and motivate our young people to, like I said, stay active and stay strong and keep their head up.
What do the studies say that you hit hard on? that really showcase how a young person really develops into a incredible human being because of sports.
Studies that show that high school athletes graduate at a 92% rate with higher GPAs than kids who don't play sports. And so certainly those are some elements that show the connection to sort of education and connection to that pathway to success in life. And so it's not, to our mind, a nice to have. Sports is a must have to really engage kids and show them and surround them with the conditions for which they need to be able to succeed and overcome their circumstances in many cases.
You're credited with changing the lives of so many kids in underserved communities, but you also are credited with empowering world-class athletes.
Yes, so Venus and Serena Williams, as young girls, they came through a program that we still fund. That was actually created by Arthur Ashe. And Russell Westbrook came through a Boys and Girls Club that we funded. Kylan Moore, this is a young man that was in a football program, the Southern California Falcons. His father was in prison for murder. His mother was sexually and physically